Yes, we are trying to complete what he did. So he knows that his soul will be back to actually complete it. And so Kim is part of that. That's why her DNA is because only King Solomon's DNA can actually move the manna because of his will. And so if Kim is doing that now, then she's part of that probability as well. And so it's 4 years ago when I found out about her because I've been waiting. No, it's not a coincidence that I'm involved with the trust. Suzanne will understand this. I found out about her as soon as the first move that they made, that they tried to try and do what King Solomon did to try and complete. So I recognize that because there were certain people that tried to do it in the past. They tried to do it physically. You have the M1 from Indonesia. You have all these groups from Asia. They all have um, the knowledge, but they don't have the wisdom, and they lack the wisdom. They have they have knowledge, but they don't have understanding. And so they tried to create the M1, which is the firstborn of the planet, and that is something that cannot be created. It's not chosen by physical means to try and unite DNAs of all the monarchs, which are all bloodline to Solomon, and they try to unite and try to complete what he tried to do. Because what he tried to do, he understands that it takes thousands of years, but the wisdom that was given to him lasted only for his lifetime. So the best thing he could do was to get married to all the daughters of all the kings of the planet, and so all the monarchs of the planet. And so and then he tried to set up a plan, and so that's how the Knight Templars and all these people playing the role, trying to complete the Temple of Solomon. So Solomon looks at the whole timeline as a temple, so as the whole entire human body. And so all throughout time, from the beginning of his wisdom till what we how we're talking this moment that we're talking right now, he looks at it as a living being, and so it's how he designed his temple, and it's how he designed the whole entire timeline. He looks at it. The whole planet is a being, is a human being on its through time, and so there's a head, there's different parts of the body that represent different parts of the time. And so now we are coming back to the head, which is what you call sovereignty. So it's the age of sovereignty. So so that's what they meant when they say firstborn. Firstborn is sovereign, or the person who will be able to what you call return the kingdom, or the kingdom of God. So it's hidden in the language of the Bible, and it's also hidden here in our native prophecy, because we I would say we are related to him. And people might think that the people, especially the Hebrews, they are related to us here in the native tribes in Fiji, and that's something that they know. And so it's not a new thing for us. It's just been thousands of years. It's just been hidden. So this is one of the reason, one of the Reuben, the because Reuben in the Bible is the firstborn, which is the president right now. So it's not a coincidence. And the prime minister is Benjamin, which is the youngest of the 12. And so it's not a coincidence that they do this. They know all this they follow this as a as part of Solomon's plan. And the you know the but the agreement has expired, and that's why Kim is the next in line, especially as not just the trustee but also um, I see that she's part, what we would call the guardian of how these things will turn out to all set in place. So for us here, we treat her. Now, you might think that if she comes to Fiji, she would be viewed as a what I would call royalty. And that's what she'd be viewed as, because this is not just a physical change for us; it's a spiritual. We have in prophecies. So I'm just speaking to you because I'm representing. I'm what you would call the Rasau. Rasau is called the firstborn here in Fiji. So the Rasau is the Sau is the firstborn, which represent the sovereignty for the entire country. And so that's why it's easy for me to speak to all the high chiefs. Even though I'm very young, the high chiefs that are in their 60s, 80s, they, what can I say? They know me. Yeah, I can speak to them, and they understand that the restoration, it's not going to be for someone to actually take the lead, but the restoration has to be done for everyone has to do their own part to restore themselves. So it's not just we'll be restoring, not just sovereignty for a king or just a group or just people on top, but it will be a return of sovereignty to everyone. And so they understand this, and so we already and that's part of our restoration in Fiji. The chiefs will be giving back sovereignty to every one of the members of the tribes, and we call it the Sau. Sau means sovereignty, which is the head, the top of the head. So in Fiji, if you touch somebody's head, it's not going to be a very good experience. It's very disrespectful. And in the past, people, conflicts and people been erased from the Book of Life because of that. So because of infringing on other sovereignty. So this is yeah. When I say erased from the Book of Life, I'm not meaning just taken to prison. I'm meaning they will align your physical body. They will realign your spiritual energy as well, like what Viking does. So we have that over here too. We don't only align the physical aspect of the misalignment, but we align also the what they will call the astral level, and that's what I do. So when Viking was talking today, he's part of our native tribe, and I can recognize him just by him talking. And so everyone here, the group that I move around the island with, they all do what he does. So if there's some misalignment physically, we can actually go to the spiritual aspect of them and realign it from there and balance the energies or balance that has to be maintained, which is an agreement with this planet. And so it's nothing new. I'm just happy that they're able to speak about it openly. And so what I would say, it makes our works much faster and easier, because it's a because we the I usually hear about Thomas Williams talks about the Ra, and there's some things they value the language that they speak about, because they think they already have value, they have understanding what the Ra means. But if you come to Fiji, the whole native tribes is called Ra. And so our role is to actually guide the timeline. That's why we are here, in where the time begins and where it ends. So my ancestor, where I come from, is called Vuna, which is the 180th meridian of this planet. And so my title is the Sau of Vuna. That means the firstborn of the, if I translate it into English, firstborn of Source. That's Vuna. Vuna is Source, is where everything begins. So it's not just time. It's not just this current illusion of the everyday now moment. but it's also the land, the air, the water, and it keeps the rhythm. That's why it's called Ra. It keeps the rhythm, that beats the sun, the day and the night. And it's not a god that they talk about in Egypt because they don't understand it. They think it's someone, it's a power outside of us. No, it's just we are guardians of this planet, and we have our different roles. And so Fiji, the number is 12. So that's what our number is. We are the guardian of the 12, what you call Stargate. So it's not it's nothing new to us. So all the native tribes understand this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are the 12 that the DNA of our body is like the key to the 12 Stargate. So all the different 12 tribes of the planet have a different gate or Stargate that their soul comes in and goes out, and they are the guardian of these different parts of the planet. And so this people think that in history that we come from somewhere, a different part of the planet. No, we are all guardian of the different parts of the planet, because we are it's something like the hand of the body cannot become the head, because we think economically, because some people think, oh, how are these people here, and they say, oh, they try to look for land but they couldn't find it, and they have to come, and they're trying to actually searching for resources, food, and all this, but there are much deeper wisdom that was here in the past that people have forgotten. There are much bigger technologies that were used in the past that people have forgotten, and connection to different timelines. It's really good that I heard you guys talking about Atlantis. Gavin. So it's not a coincidence that we're actually healing all those things that already have been in those different timelines. So our timeline is a little different. Whatever we do here, we'll be able to heal all those timelines that happens in the past. So it's by discussing this with you guys, bringing it to your awareness, it will provide a lot of healing, not just right this moment, but every day forward that we move forward now, and how we're actually gonna fulfill this restoration plan together. So yeah, it's always a blessing to speak and say a few things about our, um, our country and the people here. Some hidden things, but some things are just hidden in plain sight. So it's nothing, it's nothing new. All this, like Solomon always say, there's nothing new under the sun. It's just a cycle, of a day and a night, and a new beginning of awareness in the moment, forever now. So yeah, just want to share a few things about the topic. Thank you.